Hi everyone, this is Janet and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're here and I hope you all had a great weekend. So I got a brand new spinner. My old one was just a fairly inexpensive one that I had picked up, I think like at Walmart or something, and it eventually just wasn't working out for me anymore. So I upgraded. I got an aluminum spinner, which is a really nice spinner. And of course I already have my canvas that you see here on top of the spinner. And it's a 14 by 14. And I'm playing around with some custom colors that I made up, which all are listed in the description box down below with my pouring medium. And I haven't played with my split cups very much. And I've done a few off camera pours with the split cup. And I'm still learning this process. And what I found out with this particular piece is I'm thinking that I should have made the paints a little bit thicker. And so my ratio that I used was 2 parts pouring medium, which is just the Floetrol, to 1 part paint. And I think my next go around I'll go ahead and reduce that to 1-to-1 ratio. So anyways, here I am, I'm playing around, and the puddle that I'm pouring here is basically just leftover paints that I've scraped off my table from previous pours into the bucket. I kind of figured it would help with the overall flow once I began to spin. Another thing I learned is I ultimately ended up putting too much paint onto the canvas because I go ahead and refill the cup and do another pour from the cup around the outer perimeter of what you see here. So, and in a funked out kind of design way, not necessarily a ring pour, but it was down, and most of that spun off the canvas, as you're gonna see, because I had fun spinning. I was thinking that the black would add the contrast that I had in my head, an interesting contrast, especially when I go to wreck this ring pour. And I didn't use a skewer. I used my little martini swizzle stick thing that has a little ball on the end of it. And you kind of see that in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. I think it adds interest to the lines when you do the wrecking. It's more of a thicker path when you drag it through than a skewer stick would leave, if that makes any sense. But anyways, these colors kind of play well together. The turquoise, the magenta, and the silver, and made for an interesting effect, I think. There was one corner in particular that I wasn't really happy with when I got done with all these spins, that I tried to pull in a balance of the base paint, that black. And ultimately, off camera, I ended up just completely tilting that whole corner off the canvas. So it distorted everything, but in an interesting way. And I didn't think I was going to be real happy with it. But the end result is, I think, really just different, and I'm really happy with it. So once the painting is completely dry, my plan is to go ahead and paint the outer edges of this canvas a solid black, and I think that will even make the front of the canvas pop a little bit more, even though the end result is very subtle, if that's the right word. But I loved it, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I do bring you in for a close-up at the end of the video. So with that said, again, I'm glad that you all are here. If you haven't subscribed, I invite you to do so. Please like, please share. Of course, it helps with my channel and it helps it to grow. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, guys, stay safe, take care, and blessings to you all. Bye-bye.